Hey there folks, Pliskin by 51mm, and today I'm doing a video on my thoughts on the November 4th Antifa civil war that will be taking place in about 5 days, next Saturday. So anyway, as you all know, Antifa has planned a day of violence on police officers and lawmakers with deadly weapons in order to remove Trump from office. I wrote that down just so I could start this video off, and that way I have stuff to bring up on the video. And I've also watched several videos where people are like, most of the opinion, and mine's the same, that most of it's just bravado. Not much is going to happen. I think more of it's just wishful thinking than it is anything. But then I've seen some videos where they might actually be planning some of this stuff out, and they're buying AK-47s and, well, AKM-47s, and then they're going to do mass knifing attacks and stuff. And they're modeling it after the 1917 October Revolution, also known as the Bolshevik Revolution, which overturned the Tsarist government, the monarchy of Russia, and turned it into the Soviet Union, into the USSR. And they're doing all of this because they think Trump's Hitler, as you all know, because he's Hitler, and he's taking people's rights away. Well, I wrote this down. I think it's funny that they call Trump Hitler, but he's the farthest thing from Hitler. Simply because Hitler, after becoming Chancellor, used the Enabling Act, which was an amendment of the Weimar Constitution, to enact laws without the Reichstag, which was basically the German parliament. Basically, it was a law that let him go over their heads and make whatever law he wanted. And this following the Reichstag fire decree, which was used to take away key civil liberties from German citizens, and a legal basis to imprison anyone the Nazis considered to be opponents to them. The combined effort of the two laws helped pave the way for Hitler to become a dictator. And Trump so far has not established any laws that have taken away liberties and rights from people. The fact that these far left groups are still even able to protest in the streets without being shot or imprisoned is a pretty indicative indication that we're still just as good as we were a year ago. Or, you know, I mean, nothing's changed. We're still just as free as we were 2-3 years ago, you know, ever since. Nothing's changed. There's not been no restrictions on what you can say. Well, unless you're on certain websites like YouTube and stuff, they might take your video down if you're talking a certain way. But other than that, I mean, there's no free speech, and all that's still good. And protest, you're able to protest. There's a difference between a violent protest and a lawful protest, and most of the Antifa type stuff has been unlawful because they cause violence against people they don't agree with. So, what are my thoughts on the whole November 4th Civil War? I think it's just going to be a big old fluke, kind of like the old, what was it, the end of the world? Like the world was supposed to end on like in September, like September 15th or something last month. The giant planet Nibiru was supposed to crash into us and kill us all, and in fact, today being October 30th, it's supposed to end today too, according to somebody. I read something that, that's been moved, the end of the world's been moved back to November 30th. Well, it's 6:51 in the afternoon here on October 30th, Monday, and I don't see no fire outside, you know, ain't no demons scratching at the window trying to get in and eat my face off. So that's about how I'm going to sum it up, is that it's going to be one of those things where everybody's going to be waiting for it, and then some excuse will come up that it's too cold out, we don't want to get cold and wet because we're snowflakes type deal. But then again, on the offshoot that it might happen, there might be one or two imbeciles who get out and try to do some stupid shit, but it probably won't be no different than what they have been doing, just stomping in the street screaming about nothing. Because we have Hitler in office, you know, Trump's the new Hitler, yeah, right. Just another reason to cry and complain because Hillary didn't win. Well, I don't think I don't think there's going to be much come out of it. Although then again, I could be wrong, you know, which I don't think anything will happen. But if it does, I'll be significantly surprised. I will be pretty astonished if something does happen on November 4th. And that will just further prove that they're more unhinged than we originally thought, because, you know, it's like, you're going to be going up against the police and stuff, and there's going to be a lot of you killed and put into jail at the end of the day. And it's like, if they're that dumb to go out and do that, then I won't feel sorry for them. But anyway, that's been my opinion on the whole upcoming Civil War. I don't see much coming out of it. I think a lot of it's just bravado. They think they're going to do something, but they're not. Anyway, this has been Pliskin. I think my next video I'm going to do, I just upload that footage of me painting the M1A stock and go from there. Time's getting crunched. Deer season's in a few weeks. So I'm preparing for that. I've been loading ammo. I loaded 80 rounds of .308 last night. So I'm getting stuff done. Well, anyway, this has been Pliskin. See you all in the next video.